I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, family? Come on in. Welcome to the channel. Got all kinds of noise going on over here. What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Come on in, hit the like button, share the video. I am finally here to do Love and Marriage Huntsville, the recap and commentary. This is season 10, episode 14. And child, it was a doozy, okay? There were a lot of slow moments, but there was some important points that we're about to get into. Okay, so I need everybody to come in, hit the like button, share the video, all the things, so that my video can please get into the algorithm and I can tell y'all what the hell happened over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville. No Martell. Who else wasn't there? None of the men, actually. But Destiny is still doing her damn big one, baby. Okay, come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Child, welcome to the cookout. It's still a cookout. Every single day, come on in, come on in. You got your Nana pudding today. Excellent. I love a good Nana, okay? Come on in, y'all. Child, my throat hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I have a sore throat today, but I'm here, okay? And I got my tea. It's still hot too, so I have to wait for it to cool down a little bit. But y'all, listen, take the poll at the top of the chat because I want to know your thoughts on Nell Fletcher, Destiny, and Tisha, okay? Because they did own this episode, baby. Come on in, everybody. Let's see. I have the best commentary. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. When Tisha broke down her feelings, they were actually valid. Her delivery was awful, though. Was it? We're going to get into it, y'all. Come on in. So yeah, 85 of y'all are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, baby. I have my notes. Let me get into it. Okay. I apologize if I look under the weather because I am. Okay. But we're going to get into it. My sister's here. What's up, Gloria, my St. Louis sister? And my real sister's here. Clone in the house is my real sister. We got the same mama, same daddy. She only mods for me, okay? So come on in, y'all. So let me get my picture of Tisha back up. Tisha Nell Fletcher. And we're going to get into it. Keep bumping the thumbs up, okay? So look. Nell Fletcher, it starts off with Nell Fletcher and Chris Fletcher at home. They're in their theater room, child. They're showing us all the little bits and pieces of that damn house. Previously, we only got the kitchen and the dining room, but now we get to see there is a full theater, okay, with about 8 or 12 chairs up in there for the family. Come on in, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Keep telling me where you're from because I love to see it. What's up, Erica, my sister? I appreciate y'all. But yeah, Nell comes in with her mimosa and she has to get down to business. You know, every time you have one of them arguments or you show out with the family, you and the hubby got to touch base. You know what I'm saying? That's real life shit. So she comes in and she said, baby, we got to talk. You know what I'm saying? I got my mimosa here. Just in case you say some shit that pissed me off, I need to relax my nerves before we even start this conversation. And she ain't lying, okay? Chris is like, are you coming in here disrupting me? And she said, yeah, turn that TV off. Okay. He had to turn the TV off, but she said, it's a good thing you did because if you didn't, I was about to turn it off, okay? And she gets down to the knit and grit with Mr. Christopher. Come on in, y'all. And so she says, listen, she said, I need more support from you. When I am into it with our grown ass kids, you got me up here at this table, cussing, fussing, crying. You see me going through it. You know what we talk about when these kids aren't here. And yet and still, you don't do nothing. Okay. Chris said, I do what I always do. She said, exactly, exactly, nothing. You're sitting there completely motionless. You don't say nothing. You don't lift your damn eyebrows. You don't do shit. Okay. This offends Chris. He said, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Why am I being attacked now? Basically, now Fletcher says, I feel like when I am sitting here talking to these kids, they don't get where I'm coming from because you don't bring me any support. You don't support me when I'm talking. Chris said, I'm listening. Chris hit her with, baby, I'm listening, okay? I listen. I watch all the moving pieces. And then when the shit is done, when you done flipping out, basically, I'm the person who comes in and cleans everything up. If we both acting a fucking fool, you know what I'm saying? If we both acting a fool, then what? Am I supposed to just get up and smack the shit out of one of them? She said, that works for me. Yeah, that works for me. After that, he said, no, I'm not going to do that. He said, I'm not going to do that. Bottom line is, you are high energy. You're going to be whoever you're going to be, but I can't be jumping in the mix with you. I can't do that. I have to be the person that's calm, that lets everybody know things are okay. And at the end, I'm the reason why there is resolve with these family arguments, because you always bringing it to 1,000,000 when we only ever needed at a 6, maybe a 7, you know what I'm saying? But he said, no, I'm not going to do that for you. Anyway, after it was all said and done, she said, I feel like I'm by myself in this shit. And I think you know what's up. And Chris said, he took a deep breath first. And Chris looks sad in these. I told y'all this a couple of episodes back, that Chris had a sad look in his face. He still do. His eyes are real sad. Almost like, I don't know, like he's been crying. I don't know. He just has a sad look. You can tell. But anyway, he says to her, I apologize that I made you feel that way. And what I can promise you now is that I'll never put you in that situation again. Okay. He said, if it was to happen again, I'll never put you in that situation again. And listen, them kids is damn near 50 years old. So this situation has been reoccurring for a minute, right? We've seen it at least 7, 8 times on the show. So it's going to happen again, Chris. We all know this, but we'll see how you handle it. But that's enough right now for Miss Nell Fletcher. She said, listen, I hear you. I'm going to put y'all comments on the screen because there's enough of y'all in here now. But she said, I appreciate it. And we'll see what happens next. But before the scene closes out, she also says, I don't know what's going to happen next in this family. I don't know if we're going to have any resolve. Okay. And that's how it ended. So anyway, yeah, I think so. I said this before. I said I didn't know when this part of the season taped, if it was before or after Chris lost his license, but I feel like there's a sadness that you see in him now in these scenes, and it could be around that, maybe. Okay, come on in, everybody. Hit the like button, share the video. I'm going to try not to scream like I've been doing because I really have messed my damn throat up. I'm not playing, okay? But anyway, now we are at the next scene, which is Destiny and Kimmy, who do a meetup at Tisha's bar, okay, Black. They come over there for some drinks and some gossip. Now, I did hear about two content creators who kind of got on me a little bit and said that I give Destiny way too much. I give Destiny too much. I'm always on her head. There was something that I had said a couple of episodes back. I did a review where I said Destiny had a conversation with Nell Fletcher where she said, don't pull your friendship away from me, okay? You know what happened between me and my mama, and that shit hurts me. And then she basically made a conversation with her like, that's her second mama. You know what I'm saying? Like she looks at Nell as a mother figure. And I said then, Destiny, if that's your mama or you look at her as a mother figure, you don't throw her under the bus, because there's some shit that your mama say just for your ears. You know what I'm saying? I might not like that bitch, but I'm going to do X, Y, and Z for you. That doesn't mean that you go back and say, my mama told me she don't like that bitch, but she going to do X, Y, and Z for you. That's Destiny's problem. That's Destiny's problem right now with being the bone carrier, is that she likes to bring back the whole fucking conversation. Ease up off the pressure, Destiny. You don't have to bring the whole thing. But look, Destiny is okay in her villain era, I'm assuming. Somebody got to get the shit out there so that we can get these scenes off. So right now she is meeting up with Miss Tisha at her bar. And Kimmy comes in after. Tisha and Destiny have red wine on the table. When Kimmy sits down, they were like, girl, what you want to drink? And Kimmy said, just water. I just need water. I don't know why water, but that's all she wanted. Not a Sprite or anything else, okay? Anyway, after that, they have a little small talk about absolutely nothing. And Destiny ends up catching them up on her lunch business meeting. That's how she referred to it, not me. Her lunch business meeting, okay, with Chris and Martell. Now, when this happens, Tisha put that wine glass up to her lips and she rolled her damn eyes so hard. Okay, like, bitch, Destiny, I know you're not bringing this bullshit to me, right? I don't want to hear anything about Chris and Martell. And rightfully so, because Tisha really does have a bone to pick with Martell in particular after he did all that nasty shit. And we know that Martell is the king of the nasty shit. So no. Okay, come on in, hit the like button, share the video, everybody. Thank you guys. 203 of you are here. But Destiny keeps talking. Destiny keeps talking like she can't read the room for shit, okay? Destiny said, listen, after I had a chance to talk to Chris Fletcher, he let me in on the fact that Nell felt a little bit ganged up on at her game night, right? And Tisha and Kimmy both was like, bitch, I mean, they literally give her a look like, Destiny, who the are you right now? Like, what are you doing here? Okay. Destiny says, wait. Give me a second. You know what I'm saying? Then Destiny says, I don't believe that she was ganged up on, but I do understand how she feels. Okay. I don't believe that she was ganged up on, but I do understand why she might feel that way, is how she handled it. Okay. Now this is the epitome. Destiny evoked. This is the evoke of the almighty switch up, baby, because Destiny, it wasn't but a scene ago that you were the one who brought this damn bone to this table in the first place. So now they're really looking confused, and Destiny can't even feel it. She don't even know what the fuck's going on. Okay, come on in. But she said, hold on. I understand how she feel that way. Woo. Tisha sat there literally with her lips pursed together like she was trying to fight saying words. She was like this. And I'm not even joking. Look at the scene. Them lips was smashed together. Like, I know Destiny is not coming to me with this shit. Okay. But Kimmy says, Destiny, there was 5 of us there. 4 out of 5 people told Nell Fletcher she was doing too much. Destiny said, no, 3 out of 5. What did I say? She said it was 3 of y'all. I didn't say shit. This is true tea. I swear to God. Destiny said, I didn't say nothing. There was the 3 of y'all, you, Kimmy, and Trisha, but not me. Destiny said, what did I say? Kimmy said, bitch, you defended me. That's what you said. When I told her that she was yelling at me, you piped in. You jumped into the conversation and said, yeah, you're yelling at Kimmy, okay? Destiny said, oh, you misunderstood that shit. When I said you're yelling at Kimmy, what I was doing was holding her accountable. I wasn't, ganging up. That's what y'all were doing. This is literally what Destiny is saying at the table right now. Destiny, go get yourself checked out at the clinic, bitch. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Anyway, after Destiny pleads her case to say, listen, girl, I was just, y'all was ganging up. It might have felt like a gang up, but really I was just holding her accountable. Kimmy blows her off and said, baby, you just made my entire point. Can we please talk about something else now? Because I don't even want to have this back and forth with you, bitch. Okay. This is why you and I fall out, because you always want to be the smartest in the room. Child, bye. Okay. You're never going to outsmart me when it comes to this shit. You started this. Okay. Anyway, Tisha cackles when Kimmy said, can we change the subject, bitch? This is it. Can we change the subject? Tisha went, okay, I mean, like literally cackles, takes her damn wine glass and they cheers. Kimmy picks up her water glass and they clink, okay? And she said, cheers to that, bitch, because Destiny, I'm gonna kick you the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna kick you up out of here. You keep this shit up, all right? Anyway, Destiny makes a look at the camera like, I'm serious. Do they think they got me? Yes, Destiny, they got you. That's not even a joke. They got you. Anyway, hit the like button, share the video. 259 of you are here. Welcome. I appreciate y'all. Anyway, after that, Destiny decides to change the subject like she's supposed to. Destiny said, listen, the Nell Fletcher she knows is tender. She's soft. She's warm as pudding. Okay. She has a real sensitive side. And this all existed well before her mother passed away. And what happened was her mother passed away and it made her harder and a lot colder. But I remember Nell Fletcher. She was there for me. She used to pray over me when I was going through the stuff with my wedding. That's the Nell Fletcher I know. And that's who I want y'all to get to know. Okay. Maybe that's why I give her a little more grace than y'all do. But trust me, there's another side of Nell Fletcher that you guys just haven't seen yet. This is when Tisha hit Destiny with the 1-2 so hard. Tisha looked at her. She said, Destiny, that's fine. Okay. She can be cool with you and not with me. And I'm okay with that shit, okay? Tisha hit her with some bitch, this ain't the second grade, all right? K Sarah Sarah, I don't care. Which, by the way, we all know Tisha is not a part of that. Tisha is a part of the you gang with me, no matter the fuck what, if I'm right or if I'm wrong. For at least 3 to 4 seasons, she had iced her own sister-in-law out. She said, bitch, I don't care what. If I'm wrong, you still agree with me and stand on my side. Now in this scene, she told Destiny, you be cool with her. I don't have to be. I'm fine. Okay. That shit tore me apart. I would, wait a minute. Who is this Tisha? Anyway, Destiny said, listen, both of y'all husbands do business with Chris Fletcher. It seems to me that we should all try to be cool with each other. That's when Tisha actually snarled at Destiny like a pit bull, like her lip hiked up like, God damn, I just told you I don't like that bitch, right? She just told you that. Come on in, hit that like button, share the video. Okay? Then Destiny tells them, and yes, baby, they are getting a check. Finally, everybody needs to learn from Married to Medicine. We gonna fuck some shit up on the set, but afterwards, we're gonna have this pajama party and we're gonna hang out and make sure that check keep coming. That's how it works, okay? Just like it works like that at your real job. Just like it works at your real job. But then Destiny tells them, she said, listen, I'm having an outing at a wine vineyard and all the girlies are invited. Kimmy quickly says, yeah, we'll be there. We will be there. Whereas Tisha said, all the girls are invited because I don't want to be anywhere around Nell Fletcher. I'm done with Nell Fletcher, all right? Again, Destiny, she should win an Oscar for how she's making these faces because, baby, her faces are priceless. I don't know if she's acting, if she's turning on the chops or what, but the way she is looking up Tisha like she is a damn alien from another planet. She told you she didn't like her, okay? And then in confessional, Tisha says, listen, that slick shit that Nell Fletcher told Destiny about my husband, about my marriage, about that garbage ass interview that Martell did with Ariane. She said that was the nail in Nell's coffin for me. I don't like that bitch. I don't F with her. And this is what she's saying in confessional. Destiny's blind to the bullshit. You did tell her all of that stuff, Destiny. She remembers the shit. I don't know why you don't. She do. But she said, girl, she gets no more fucking chances from me. Now, I don't know why Tisha didn't bring this up at the table, but that's fine. That's fine. Destiny still should remember she said it. This is how you know Destiny isn't even good at playing both sides of the middle. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Destiny, Tisha said, bitch, I'm going to accept your invitation. I'm going to accept your invitation to this wine, this vineyard. However, I don't like her. I don't want to be around her. Okay. So basically, this is Tisha's way of saying, you're real sensitive about your events going left, bitch. So I'm telling you up front, you bringing me is a possibility that it's going to go left since you need everybody added to your list. Then that's what's about to happen. Okay. Destiny smiles like she's done something amazing, okay? And then she ends up giving all of the ladies a basket, a little like Easter looking basket. And she says that she wants them to put something sentimental. Now make sure y'all remember this word. Put something sentimental into the basket, something important from your house that you could share when we go on this outing. You can share with everybody in the group, because even though we all know each other, the three of us, all of us don't know each other, and this will be a good way to learn, right? And then she tells them that this was a little something that she's taken away from her date with Will, right? This would be her second date, because we know the first one was at games night, then the second one was when she went skating. Anyway, Kimmy gives her a little fluff about dating Will. I thought you liked googly eyes. Why you dating Will? And I don't know, something else happened, but I tuned out. Anyway, after all of that, Tisha said, bitch, I got to go pick up my kids. Okay. So Destiny, actually, she points to her bartender. Y'all know Tisha good for running out on the tab. She points to her bartender. She said, make sure Destiny pays. Okay. Give her the check. Make sure she close out this tab. And Kimmy was right on her heels, because she said, bitch, all I had was water. I didn't even get anything to drink. And Destiny looks over at that bartender and she said, baby, don't bring that check over here. You better put it on Marceau's tab. I'm not paying for shit. This is your bar. You can't pay for your drinks in your bar or get drinks for free. No, girl. That's how you run out of business. Okay. That's how you go out of business. Anyway, after that, we get the next scene. So I just wanted to point out that even in this scene, Destiny forgot how much tea she dropped in Tisha's lap. Because when I tell y'all, she was like, why is she giving me all this energy? Destiny, hilarious. Anyway, so now we are at the next scene, and this is Destiny meeting up with Nell Fletcher at a flower shop, a local Black-owned flower shop. So they gave the name and everything, highlighting Black business in Huntsville. Destiny is there to invite Nell Fletcher to the vineyard, of course, but she's also there to touch base with her and say, hey, I met up with your husband and he told me that you felt like I ganged up on you. Okay. Them other bitches, Tisha and Kimmy, even Trisha, maybe, but not me. Why would you think I was ganging up on you? That hurt my feelings. Okay. And Nell Fletcher said, I absolutely felt that way, because I was real clear in talking to Scott 1.0 and Scott 2.0. And somehow you inserted yourself into my fucking business when I was trying to get them to calm down and off my ass. All right. She said, I was trying to get them together, and your tone, how you came at me, was way too personal, Destiny. And I even had to say to you, I wasn't talking to you. All facts. Everything she said in that scene was absolutely facts. The reason why I like Nell Fletcher on the show is because she delivers, period. Okay. Y'all can come in with your little, why did she said, no, girl, you were there. Them bitches was talking to me and I was talking back to 1 and 2. How you jumped your ass in the middle of that really took me for a loop. Okay. I didn't appreciate it. But Destiny says, I get it. I understand. I'm really sorry that you're going through this shit. Nell Fletcher says, I have a lot going on in my personal life. It's full of challenges right now. My marriage, my adult kids, my business, the damn kids I take care of in the daycare. Do you think I give one iota of a F what Letitia or Kimmy Scott think? I don't have time for it, okay? Don't challenge me with a good time, bitch, because at the end of the day, anybody can and will get it. Do you understand me, Destiny? Now, I am paraphrasing, but it was along those lines, okay? It was along those lines. Don't, when my day is already challenged, you want me to sit down with the Scotts and pretend and have a very soft, cushy, smushy conversation when they are coming for me. Don't jump in the middle of that shit and your ass won't get cussed out next time. Okay. Anyway, with all of that, Destiny says, I do understand. I'm sorry that I took it that way. And for a half a second, she almost was about to say, I didn't say that, but she stopped herself, which was a smart thing to do because everything that Nell Fletcher said was true. In fact, Nell Fletcher said, bitch, you jumped in so hard on that conversation that you made Tisha jump up out of her seat and say, she playing the victim, which I don't want anybody in all of the world to think I'm playing the victim. So she actually blamed Destiny for that moment. She said, girl, you had her thinking I'm playing the fucking victim. No, ma'am. Okay. Anyway, after they get through that part, Destiny says, listen, I got a gift basket for you. I want to invite you to this vineyard. All the girls are coming. I hope to see you there. And she takes out a gift out of the basket, which happened to have been a Bible. Then Destiny says to Nell Fletcher that she wants to thank her. She has a little soft moment with her. I want to thank you for always being there for me and for praying over me. And when I was in a vulnerable space with my wedding and all of those things, you were there for me. And I really appreciate that. And Nell Fletcher, Nell Fletcher likes to be tickled under the ass a little bit, right? So Destiny did her tickle and Nell Fletcher perks up, kind of thing. You have to be there. You got to see it. Anyway, Destiny also tells her, Nell, I've noticed that you've gotten a little hard. You've hardened, okay? You've hardened. You've gotten a little sour after your mama died. I remember the old you. And I think that this group could benefit with seeing the softer side of you, the person you used to be. And Nell Fletcher said, the person I used to be is still here, baby. And it hasn't gone anywhere. However, it's not available to every fucking body, okay? Because I know when I'm being played with, and I don't play those games. And then she also said to Destiny, the relationship that you and I have, this is ours, okay? You and I know each other. I don't just go giving that side of myself to everybody, period, Destiny, okay? You're not a 3-year-old. Assuming that I'm going to be to Letitia, who I am to you, is really crazy, okay? It's like when kids on the playground is like, my mama bought me a toy, and I'm gonna have my mama buy you the same toy. You go home and tell your mama, and they be like, they got a mama. They got a mama. What I do for you is because I'm your mama. I don't do that for everybody, okay? Don't go telling people that shit. She told her that exact same speech, except for grown-ups. It was absolutely phenomenal. I hollered. I know y'all don't be getting all of this from that TV show, but I swear to y'all, this shit be cracking me up. Come on in. She said I probably would have cursed Destiny the hell out. Anyway, when she told her, I'm not everybody's mama, I'm just your mama. I said, oh, Destiny, damn, that's some hurtful shit. But she had to be told, you know what I'm saying? So once again, not only did Tisha say, bitch, Nell's your friend. You can be cool with her. I don't have to be cool with her. But Nell Fletcher said the exact same thing in the exact same way. I'm cool with you. I know you. You see my soft side. I'm going to give those bitches exactly what they deserve because I don't let anybody play with me. And that was on period. Okay. Come on in, hit the like button, share the video. Anyway, Now it is the day of the outing. Okay, come on in. For 352 of y'all are here. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. Hit my like button, share the video, okay? And become a subscriber if you're not already. It's the day of the outing. This is where all the shit go down. This is gonna be a short review, I think. But there was a lot that happened in this part of the review. Anyway, they meet up over there at Kimmy and Maurice's office. They're in the parking lot. And Destiny ordered 2 Ubers because she said she didn't want Nell and Tisha to go after each other if they were in the same car. So she puts herself, Tisha, and Kimmy in one Uber. And she put Nell and Trisha in another Uber by themselves, okay? And when the camera shows Nell Fletcher in the Uber with Trisha, she has a look on her face like she is like, I don't even know how to describe it, dismayed, like she almost wanted to get the fuck up out the Uber. Like she really was like, what in the, I don't know if she was mad because she thought that they were painting a picture of her like she can't be trusted, or that something was going to pop off, like she was going to fight. I don't know if that was the problem. I don't know if it was a problem because she was like, me and Trisha really don't have a lot of chemistry, or we don't have history, so we're not going to get any camera time. And if that was the case, bitch, I would have drove myself to the vineyard. I don't know what was going on, but there was a look over her face that let us know that she thought being in that Uber with Trisha was some bullshit. She didn't like it at all. Okay. Anyway, no need for her to worry because the fight happened actually in the other car. Now, when we get this, hold on. Oh, there is a scene in the car with Trisha and Nell Fletcher because they asked Trisha, there's something went down because they asked Trisha in confessional, was Nell giving her a bad vibe or a bad energy? Because you could see it. You could see it on her face. And Trisha said the bad vibe or energy wasn't with me, but it was like a driving Miss Daisy vibe within the car. And I said, that's because y'all weren't talking. So she was basically saying they was just sitting in the back seat being chauffeured. Okay. We were just being chauffeured because basically there was nothing to talk about, nothing for them to talk about. And Nell Fletcher didn't like that shit one fucking bit. Promise. But anyway, we do get this one moment where Trisha asked Nell Fletcher about the game night and her, getting into it with Tisha and Kimmy. And Nell said, listen, I was inside minding my own damn business. I was good talking to my son and his date. Y'all brought me outside for that bullshit. So I don't have any problems with Tisha. I like Tisha, but at the end of the day, Tisha got the problem with me. So whether or not there's going to be some resolve, it lands with Tisha. Okay, not with me. I don't care. So that was the only scene we got out of Nell Fletcher and Trisha's car. In Destiny's car, where she is with Tisha and Kimmy, Destiny feels like she's done her big one. You know what I'm saying? So she asked Tisha, is there any way that you could treat today with a clean slate? Like, we're going to go to this vineyard, but if we could just get a clean slate with everybody. I'm getting the impression that Nell wants to squash the beef. This is what Destiny is sharing with the other ladies. That's when Tisha said, is she going to apologize? Destiny immediately becomes agitated when she says that. Is she going to apologize? Hell, I don't give two shits. Tisha already told you where she stood. I don't like her. I don't want to with her in any capacity. Okay, she's your friend, not mine, and I don't have to deal with her. So Tisha's asking a legitimate question, and this is what you should have took back to Nell Fletcher if you were serious about this being squashed. Okay, come on in, welcome everybody. Hey Kevin, nice to have you, hon. But Destiny gets agitated, and she says, I didn't ask her that, Tisha. I didn't ask her if she was going to apologize to you. Just like I didn't ask you if you were going to apologize to her. And then she makes some kind of comment like, y'all can leave me out of it. She said y'all can leave me out of it. Again, Destiny has evoked the almighty switch up because Destiny, you're the one who set up this whole entire outing to facilitate peace between the two of them. So if that's what you wanted, then you're going to have to work a little harder, boo. You just don't put two people that are literally pissed at each other into the same space and not expect, violence to happen. But she said, I'm out of it. And then she said, not to mention, let me put this out here. You are the one who carried that damn bone to Tisha twice. The whole keep my mother effing name out of her mouth, that was you. The whole, and I forgot to tell you when you was on the bus, she said that you need to worry about Marceau cheating and what that woman was talking about, that interview with Martell. You told that story. Again, that was for your ears. That wasn't for Tisha's ears, because that's what your mama would say to you. Anyway, after she gets all that out, Tisha's, and I also want to point this out too, child, because that scene reminded me of the old Destiny. Y'all know when Destiny would get real protective over one person and then all of a sudden get an attitude. Why are you saying it like that? Why are you doing it like that? She did the same shit when she was protecting Tisha against Tiffany, who wasn't even giving it like that for real. But that was the same exact vibe, okay? But Tisha says to her, you want to be kept out of the middle? Then keep your ass out the middle, okay? You're the one who keeps bringing this shit to everybody. She ain't lying. It was you, Destiny. Okay, 432 of y'all are here. Hit the like button. Anyway, Destiny gets real annoyed by that. And she says, I want to change cars. So she tells her driver, we about to pull over because I need to get the fuck up out this car. I'm going to get in the one with Nell Fletcher and we're going to swap seats with Trisha. That's how upset she got when people actually told her what was what. And this is typical Destiny when somebody gives her, Destiny, this is your lane and this is how you fucking drive, okay? You're all over everybody's stuff right now. So yeah, this is why you're in it. Anyway, Destiny jumped her ass out the car. Her and Trish switched seats. This is real important, so make sure y'all pay attention to this part. After they switch seats, okay? Now, while she's in the car with Nell Fletcher, Destiny catches her up on her and Twan. Fine-ass Twan, okay? Twan is a very handsome young man. Anyway, Destiny tells Nell Fletcher that she's way more attracted to Twan than she was to Lance, okay? And that the two of them were so entranced with each other when they had went out to their lunch meeting that they ended up closing the restaurant because they did. I mean, all time and space must have just stopped. That's how moist Destiny was getting when she was talking to Twan. Okay. And Nell Fletcher gives her one of those. And Destiny said, oh, we're at our destination. She said, no, baby, we're going to talk about this a little bit more. Okay. So even though you think you're done, you ain't done. We're going to keep talking about this a little later. And then they get out the car. Okay, now they're at the vineyard. So they're all sitting down. They're all drinking. They got like flights of wine, like little cups of wine. Everybody's eating, drinking, and being merry. And even Kimmy's drinking wine. And she says she don't drink wine. Okay, I don't even drink the shit. But she was tossing them back, which gives me the impression that there was some, tense energy there, and everybody was trying their best to relax. Also, they were feeding them, you know what I'm saying? Whoever the host was at the vineyard, he was giving them all the wines, mixing shit up and stuff like that. Anyway, now it's time for Tisha to cook. Take the poll at the top of the chat, please. It's time for Tisha to cook. Tisha asked Destiny, how was your ride to the vineyard? Was it peaceful? Because y'all know Destiny had to jump out the car because she got pissed off with Tisha. Was the ride peaceful? Destiny says, very peaceful. To which Tisha gets immediately offended. And Destiny doesn't give fuck why. And I don't get it, because when you're really friends with people, you know what to say and what not to say, especially since this season, Tisha's been really clear about where the fuck she stands, okay? Now, For Destiny to say it was very peaceful, knowing that Nell Fletcher is her arch enemy, and that the reason why Nell Fletcher is her arch enemy is because Destiny picked up that damn doggy bone and carried it to her. She said, girl, if you got something, if you want to be mad about some shit, here you go. Be mad about this. Destiny is clueless. And I kid you not. So Tisha's like, so you're basically saying that you was cool in her car, but not in the car with us. Gotcha. Tisha says, thanks for your honesty. Destiny said, you welcome, babe. Also, that's going to piss me the fuck off. That's going to piss me off. So she said, you're welcome, babe. Hell, happy to oblige, okay? Period. Everybody's asking, like, Destiny, what am I missing? Destiny's so confused, child. Anyway, Tisha says in confessional that she cherishes her friendship with Destiny, but Destiny asking her to ignore disrespect is something that a friend of hers just wouldn't do. So right now, Tisha is questioning this friendship. And if you watch the show from the opening, we get the flashback of Marceau, Tisha's husband, telling her Destiny is a friend of everybody. And a friend of everybody is a friend of no fucking body. Okay? And I told y'all, when you get in the middle of them people's relationships, them husbands are quick to start planting them seeds. And Tisha got it, okay? She got grass growing in her mind right now because she's thinking, Destiny, you are the one who brought me this shit. You brought it to me. So why are you acting all protective over Nell Fletcher? And Tisha knows what that looked like because she saw her be protective over her. Why are you getting mad at me for trying to defend myself? Basically, I don't like that. Anyway, now Tisha and Destiny are in a full-fledged cat fight. Okay, they are scratching each other's eyes out from across. Proverbial type of scratching the eyes out, right? Not really, but they are back and forth. Well, you said, and I said, and you did, and did it. They're just going back and forth, and everybody's just sitting there looking at them like, well, what's going on? In particular, Kimmy, because Kimmy's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I come after Destiny? Do I try to keep Tisha okay? At one point, I think even Trisha tried to put her, maybe Tisha's leg was popping. I don't know, but you see Trish like grab something that's on Tisha, like, girl, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, again, I just want to point out that this is the real problem here for Destiny. Even though I hope you get a raise. I hope you get a raise this season for you. And what's Destiny's baby? Little Law. Go on ahead and get that raise, child, because you really did get some shit started with them. Anyway, Destiny, if you would have taken 2 seconds just to say, I fucked up. Instead, what she ends up saying is, Tisha, I don't know what this energy is about coming from you, and I just set this up so that we can have an amicable trip. That's all I wanted, was an amicable trip. I don't even know what that means. Anyway, this is what should have happened, because I've done this before. I have gotten in people's business. I told y'all, I used to be a busybody like that. But I used to get into people's business, and I've learned to shut the fuck up. But if Destiny would have gently said to Tisha, you know how your mama, Miss Wanda, says whatever floats into her brain, but you let the shit go and you want all of us to let it go because, you know her heart. I don't know her heart, but you know her heart. That's the same shit that happened with Nell Fletcher. However, it wasn't Nell's fault. She told me some shit that I should have kept to myself. Even if I brought you back a little bit of that bone, the way I brought it back was my problem. I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I've made this apology. I know I had to do this apology just 2 years ago. I know I started this shit. However, girl, forgive me. Okay. What do I need to do to make this go away? Give me a number. Okay. That's what she should have did, but she wasn't grown enough to do that shit. Okay. Be mad at me. Don't be mad at her. I brought it to you wrong. Period. That's all she had to say. Anyway, Destiny gets in confessional and she said, I'm ignoring Tisha's tantrums like she had nothing to do with it. I'm ignoring Tisha's tantrums like she had nothing to do with it. Now everyone is supposed to share something sentimental. I told y'all to remember this from before. They were all supposed to bring something sentimental in these baskets, right? And so now is the time to share it. This is where everybody's supposed to learn a little bit more about the other one in the group. And it would have been nice if the audience could have learned a little bit more from everybody in the group, something that we didn't know before, right? So Destiny gets up and she pulls out a hospital gown that belonged to Little Law. And she said that he had an emergency situation where he was almost taken from her. And so she said that she keeps it because it reminds her that her son is a survivor, like she's a survivor. So that was one of her moments. Then Trisha pulls out a family photo of her children, and she said that her family is her strength, that she likes to go out and, work out and get the muscles big, but really it's her family that's her strength, okay? Then Kimmy pulls out a picture of Jalen out of her basket. And she said, y'all know I got this picture of Jalen because Jalen's my everything. And I want to say that outside of Destiny talking about the little emergency room gown, I'm not getting any real tea from anybody, anything that would make me say, oh, I know a little bit more about you. But Kimmy pulls out her picture of Jalen, just says Jalen's her everything. And then she pulls out a candle, and I think she's introducing to us a new candle line. That's what it looks like. She's introducing her new candle line. Promotion. I don't know. That wasn't something that would make me think, oh, I know a whole lot more about you. She said, y'all all know about this damn candle. You helped me pick out the scent. Now, it went to Nell next, but I'm going to do Tisha next because Nell Fletcher is about to get things popped off. So Tisha said, let me give you my sentimental items. And her sentimental items wasn't pictures of her children. In fact, she didn't talk about her children at all. And it had nothing to do with her mama or Marceau. Tisha went on to the Wally Mart, like she went to Wally World, Walmart, whatever you call it, right before she got into that damn Uber. And she ended up buying some shit so that she can have a petty moment. And this is what we learn about Tisha, is that she's petty as she is petty as F. And listen, this is a Libra moment for sure. I've seen Libras do this, period. But the first thing she pulls out is a gold egg. I kid you the fuck not. That was nowhere in her house. Anyway, she pulls out this gold egg and she said, well, this is a gold egg. And this egg represents the gold of my heart, right? I have a heart of gold, right? So she says that, puts the little egg down, and everybody, not one person is like, bitch. Oh, this is interesting about Tisha. What they're doing instead is, girl, have you lost your damn mind? Then the second thing she pulled out that she probably still had the price tag on it from the Wally World is a little ornament that said friends on it, okay? And she said, this ornament represents my girlfriends because I don't have any sisters. So I treat my girlfriends like family. And I don't like for my girlfriends to play with me. Okay. So after she takes that one out, she picks up the third thing out her damn basket. And the third thing is a damn snake. It's a play snake on a stick. Where's my pen? It's a play snake on a stick. And the snake is going like this, is weaving back and forth while she holds it. And she's pointing it at Destiny. And then she points it over at Nell Fletcher. She's giving both of them the snake. And she said, the last thing that's supposed to be of sentimental value to her is the snake. And she says, basically, because once you show your faux self to me, your snake ass self to me, I'm done with you. I don't play with you no more. Destiny, Nell Fletcher. Destiny, Nell Fletcher, right? And both of them, no, I'll say this. Nell Fletcher had a straight face. Nell Fletcher looked Tisha dead in the eyes the whole entire time. She never looked down. She never shit. She just stood there looking at her like, bitch, I came to play too. So we both can. That's fine. And Destiny had a smile on her face like, Tisha misunderstood the assignment. No. Tisha got the assignment. She just plays petty. So Tisha wants y'all to know a little more about herself, and that is that she is as petty as they come. But then y'all, come on in. Well, y'all know that Nell Fletcher and Kimmy apologized to each other. Then after all of that, now I took it out of order, but I'm going to put this up here with Nell Fletcher, okay? So Nell Fletcher is the last person who is supposed to take the things out of her basket. And she says, hell, let me top your petty. You brought that petty ass shit from the stove, and I didn't bring anything at all, okay? I don't have nothing in my basket to share with any of y'all. Not one. Okay? Kimmy said, you don't have nothing in your basket? Like, did you just not want to? Or is it us or what? You know what I'm saying? Because we really want you to share something that was in your basket. Like, we wanted you to participate. This is Kimmy using her nursing her bedside nursing voice, okay? We really wanted you to participate, Nell. And Nell Fletcher said, well, at first, I just couldn't think of anything. But then as I thought about it a little harder, I just don't have anything to share with any of y'all, okay? I got shit to share, just not with you. So Nell Fletcher and Tisha are petty as shit in this moment, okay? In confessional, Nell Fletcher said, listen, I'm very transparent. Don't talk to me about transparent. I'm transparent. But in this group, transparency is used for revenge, bait, and calculation, bitch. So I already know the play. I'm not doing it, not for a second. I don't have to bring shit here. I don't have to show them shit. And she said they pick and choose what they want to share. Like Tisha with that bag of bullshit and Kimmy with that damn candle. They pick and choose what they want to share, but I'm supposed to deliver transparency. Fuck that. Okay? Not doing it. That was her confessional speech. But what she tells the ladies at the table is that she's not in the best place with anybody in the group. She's not in the best place with Tisha. And she also says, I'm not really close to y'all to tell y'all my business like that, my secrets, my anything, right? That's when Tisha, again, this is a Libra moment because I have seen Libras do this shit too. Tisha says, Destiny, this little outing that you pulled today, I'm going to give you an A for effort. But really, this shit was a fail, okay? Everything about it, fail. This is bullshit. And she said, the reason why is because I can't move forward with anybody in this fucking group. Okay. And she said, actually, let me be specific. I can't move forward with Nell. Why? Because she's not transparent. She's not transparent. Listen, Tiffany has no idea what she started, baby. The way she said transparent one time, and they have piggybacked off that damn transparency shit season after season after season. But she says she ain't transparent. And I don't appreciate her talking behind my goddamn back, okay? You talked about me. You talked about my marriage. You talked about my husband, talking about what I should pay attention to. This is what she's rattling off to Nell Fletcher right now, okay? She said, if you got some shit to say about me, then you say it to my face. This is all big Tisha, not little Tisha. She said, if you got some shit to say about me, you say it in my face. Not to Trisha, not to Destiny, because those bitches came back and told me exactly what you said. All right? Nell said, if I said anything about you, it was before we had the coffee shop, the meeting at the coffee shop. Now Tisha knows she got her. Okay? All she's looking for is a little help from Destiny. This is your time to redeem yourself, bitch. You can see it all on Tisha's face. She says, Destiny? And I swear to y'all, she called Destiny's name at least a half a dozen times. At least 6 times over there with Tisha, and Nell Fletcher called it at least another 6. But she said, Destiny, when did Nell Fletcher bring you this information? Destiny, what did you say to Nell to get her to act a fool at me? Destiny, what did she? She is popping off, and Destiny keeps doing this. Looking at Nell Fletcher and back at Tisha. Nell Fletcher, Tisha. And Destiny will not say a word. That bitch is on mute. She's just like, eek, 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 eek. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing. The shit was crazy. Anyway, after all of that, I'm going to bring y'all back to this point because it's necessary for the scene. There was the coffee house scene where Nell Fletcher and Tisha get into it. They bump heads. Tisha said, bitch, this coffee's on you. She walks out, drives away. And then she brings her ass back to the coffee shop and she is huffing and a fucking puffing. Like she is sitting there puffed up, like neck. She loses half of it. And she says, I want to have an adult conversation with you. And she begins to tell her, listen, I am tired of people in this group talking about my husband and my marriage, and I need y'all to ease up off the motherfucking pressure. Please. I've had so much outside noise about my damn relationship that we are now in therapy so that I can try to get this foundation back on track. Y'all done rocked my fucking foundation, period. I can't take it anymore. I'm going through it. And Nell Fletcher says to her, I understand. I won't do that no more. And they make a pact to talk to each other and not to anybody else. So the coffee shop meeting that was the meeting. She didn't lie, okay? She didn't lie. So that was what was supposed to happen, period. And Nell Fletcher, I thought Destiny fucking forgot. Nell Fletcher forgot too. Okay. And I don't care if y'all get mad at me for telling y'all exactly how it played out, because that's my fucking job. Because I know for a fact that when this show is off the air, I am going to get my flowers for telling the story the way it happened, not the way I feel who's the favorite is. The point blank period part of this show is that Nell Fletcher absolutely told Tisha that she wasn't going to play or talk about her. Period. She said, I'm definitely will bring this shit back to you and I understand and I'm sorry. And Tisha even made jokes about maybe you can be my mentor or my life coach or whatever the hell they had joked about in the scene. But that is how it played out. And right now, after all of that happens, Kimmy pipes in because Kimmy's like, bitch, I've been over here waiting to get into this double Dutch session the entire time. But Kimmy said, bitch, wait. Are you telling us that the conversation Destiny brought back to Tisha happened before the coffee shop. And that's when Nell Fletcher says, oh, fuck. And she actually turns her head and smirks because she realizes, I did talk about you after we made the pact. But she does say to Tisha, you're right. I did. I might have said some shit about you after the pact, bitch. Because what you gonna do? Whoop my ass? Don't think so. Period. And that's how that shit played out. I appreciated every single part of it. Every single part of it. The truth of the matter is, and now Tisha is feeling a little bit vindicated because she's like, bitch, you too fucking old for this shit. Okay. Now we ain't gonna talk about Wanda. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we get on our high horse. We get on our high horse like, girl, you know what I'm saying? Even though we got one of our own, because Tisha, you do have one. So you gotta, soften up just a little bit because, like I said, Destiny should have told her, bitch, let's put it in perspective. You got a mama who says some shit. I got a friend who I look at as a mama who says some shit. But Destiny didn't know how to bring it home, okay? But Nell Fletcher said, you're right. I did say it. I did say some shit. I 1000% did. And Tisha looks over at Destiny and she said, I don't like her. I don't like her. And then she looks over at Trisha. She was like, bitch, since we all talking about each other to each other, let me tell you this, okay? Nell is the type that'll take the most painful parts of shit of you, the most painful parts of shit you done told her, and poke you up with it, right? Am I on mute? Okay, you can hear. Cool. 536 of y'all are here. Hit that like button, share the video, okay? She said, she's the type that'll take the most painful parts of you and poke you with it. And she said, but I don't fuck with people like that. That's not my testimony. I don't want to be in that place with you. No. Okay, just like her mama said the other week. Anyway, Nell Fletcher puts it back on Tisha from this point. Nell Fletcher puts it back on Tisha. Now, I'm going to say this because I see some of y'all saying that Nell Fletcher's mind or memory was gone. Nell Fletcher at least owns the shit. Destiny didn't even own it. That was my point. At least Nell Fletcher's like, shit. But the truth of the matter is, this is just coming from somebody who have a family that's very, very outspoken and will say anything. I'm not going to carry back those other pieces of shit. There might be some things that you say to get somebody on track, but you ain't got to carry everything back. There's some things that you just let die, you know? You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to give them every little thing, but I totally get it. Destiny got to get the shit started. So it is what it is. But Nell says, listen, I don't appreciate you calling me a liar, Tisha, because the truth of the matter is you started the shit. You got in my face at my birthday. Tisha goes, wow, this is where you're going? She said, yeah, bitch, you got in my face in my birthday. You got in my husband's face not too long ago. She said, it don't even matter if I apologize to you or not, because you don't know how to move the fuck on. Okay, so let's start there. I know who you are. I know enough about you to know this much. So I'm not even sweating the bullshit, bitch. Period. Tisha said, Nell Fletcher, you ain't never taken accountability for nothing. Nothing, okay? Nell said, like what? Tisha said, I don't even care to talk about it. This is over for me. I'm done. Nell Fletcher said, then I don't care either. Check. Okay? Bitch, we can both be done. And that's how it ends. Anyway, it was a good episode. It was a good episode for me just because I like the little bits and pieces of things. Y'all know I can read between the lines for people sometimes. But anyway, that was it. That's all. We'll see what happens next week. It looks like she carried tea bags to spill some tea, she thought. We need to see what Destiny does next, and if she takes any type of accountability for this shit. Because even though Nell Fletcher did mess up, and I told y'all that, I told y'all they had the meeting. They had two meetings, in fact, where Nell Fletcher agreed both times not to do it. It's the fact that Destiny took it back the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Or the right way. whatever you guys think. I'm going to give you the poll right now. So let's get these poll results, baby. Hold on. I asked y'all whose side y'all was on, basically. I need to know. Were you on Tisha's side or were you on Nell Fletcher's side? Let me get the poll up. And I appreciate y'all for taking the call. Okay, 284 of y'all voted. And if you are watching the replay, go ahead and vote in the chat too, okay? The question was, whose side are you on in this episode? 20% of y'all said Tisha. Nell and Destiny are full of it. The second option, 48% of y'all said you are on Nell's side because Tisha whines about everything, so you don't feel no ways tired about Tisha. And then the rest of y'all was ironing towels. I guess you work at the local hotel, child. I don't know. But anyway, that was the poll. Let me see if I can see any comments that was interesting. I'll stay on a little bit longer. Everybody said Nell side. Destiny started this whole mess, like Kimmy said. Facts. I mean, you saw it with your own peepers. You was waiting for this live since 5 a.m. Nell side. Damn, everybody said Nell side. So people love them some Nell Fletcher, child. They love her. Tisha can hold a grudge and renege on her promises to move forward. Now, this is the part that you are absolutely correct about. Nell Fletcher does have an arsenal full of, bullets. And things that she was saying at the table was all hitting Tisha in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Because even saying to her, bitch, I could apologize, but you can't move on no way. So there's no reason for me to. Even that, I was like, oh, Nell, that's the petty side of you. But I think that they'll probably end up apologizing to each other at some point, maybe. Nell forgot about that damn coffee shop. Bone carrier bones. Okay. So yeah, listen, I'll have to go back and read these comments all the way through later because I know y'all were saying some shit that was hilarious. Nell is drinking herself to sleep every day and can't remember shit. I'm going to say, Nell Fletcher actually has a better memory than, what's that girl's name? Kay from Real Housewives of Potomac. Kay would still be lost in the sauce right now, child. The issue was that Nell only said that to Destiny. She did. Now, I'll say this. The stuff that Trisha took back to Tisha was said, I believe, before coffee shop. I think so anyway. Because Trisha was just like, I think both of y'all are good people. And I think both of y'all should, you're just misunderstanding each other. She was really trying to correct things. Destiny wasn't trying to correct things so much. Telling somebody some stuff like that, knowing that they're sensitive about their damn cheating ass husband, is going to cause problems, period. But the way Destiny said, I don't give a shit about Tisha being immature, I was like, no, she didn't. Tisha's trying to cut Nell's scenes, her paycheck. I think that she's running out of things. Tisha's paycheck is Nell's paycheck. Tisha's storyline is tied to Nell Fletcher right now. So she better hope Nell Fletcher stay right there. Yes. Okay. But that's it, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming over and hanging out with me and getting me to over 500 views. 500 of y'all or more was in this chat while we were going through it. Okay. But I appreciate y'all for coming over and hanging out with me on this fine Sunday. Okay. We'll get back up here again. I honestly think that Tisha don't like Nell because Nell rocks with Mel. Mel and Nell don't not rock with each other anymore. Didn't Mel say that she don't fuck with any of them? She don't like Nell Fletcher. They all got a clean slate. They all got a clean slate. There's no Mel in it anymore. Anyways, you guys, I appreciate you guys, every single one of y'all, for coming over and hanging out with me, rocking with me today. Hit the like button, share the video, tell your friends, baby, that this is the best review in town. Okay, I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye bye.